All right, Golland, it's your turn. What will you do?
Uh, Golin's just gonna try to focus on his training and is gonna begin to push forward.
All right, go ahead and push forward. See.
As Gollum moves by, I'll say, watch out for the arrows or the bolts, whatever just hit me.
All right, so you have another two spaces moving, if I'm not wrong. That was only 20.
Yes, and I think that's only 15. And he'll just keep pressing forward, and he's gonna draw his other sword and just call out, identify yourselves, and come out now. The Platinum Order dictates you need to surrender yourselves now.
You, my friend, from the darkness.
Of course.
As you are the unlucky recipient of arrows. 11 to hit.
Nada.
And then the other two. That will be a 22 to hit.
Oh yeah.
You take 7 points of piercing damage. And you see where that came from, which was right over here. And then the last and final bolt happens to be from over here. And that's a 22 to hit.
Ouch.
You take 9 points of piercing damage as you all watch Gollum step forward and try to plead with the people in the dark. 3 arrows from the darkness, 1 missing, and careening and going, and you hear it into the pillar in front of him. 2 more from the side, catch him, and then his form, he struggles, and then it falters over once more. Tarak, Aji, and Beatrix, you all see this. Abe, you hear the sound of Galling kind of as he falls to the ground.
Oh no.
Alright, Abe, it's your turn. What are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna move up to the entrance where I can get a line of sight on this.
So you're gonna move up, like, well, it'd be like this. So 25 feet. So you have another,
Yeah.
right here or right here.
No, where I'm at. No, I'm not too keen to step forward after someone just got shivved in the side. No, sir. Gosh. I mean, can I ready an attack for like the next person I see?
Yes,
Like in this arc? Okay, well that's what I'm gonna do. The next person I see step into. Wait, who? What is that I see over there?
That is something you saw when you walked up.
Is that a beak dude? What kind of cover is?
You see tiny feathered creature with a beak, kind of like Edgy, standing on top of a box, loading another arrow.
I'll fuck him up then.
All right, roll for your light crossbow. I mean your light bow. Oh, longbow. That definitely hits. Roll for your damage.
That's max damage to get.
Yeah, you loose your arrow, and it hits the small avian creature, and it lets out kind of a blood-curdling like as he gets launched back into the boxes, and he's currently on the ground, breathing, and he's trying to take out the arrow.
Alright, I'll end my turn here. I'll yell to Gallon. He's probably unconscious. I'll still yell to him. I'll just say we're coming for you.
You all see as another one steps on these boxes here, and then he will attempt to attack you, Abe, with a...
Oh no!
That is a 13 to hit.
No, sir.
Alright. He steps on the boxes, revealing his position. And he releases an arrow in seeming rage. And the arrow, both you and Edgy kind of like duck, and it plants itself behind you, ending his turn. This Kenku is going to stand up. He's going to make an attack against you, Edgy. That's going to be a 9 to hit. He's going to loose his arrow, and it's going to fly short and then scatter against the brick. This one steps out, and it's going to launch a bow attack at you, Tarak.
Let's do it.
That is a 13 to hit.
15. You gotta beat 15.
Alright, he launches his bow attack, and then you're calm for some reason, and then you all watch as Tarak just nudges his quarterstaff and splinters the arrow mid-flight. Edgy, it's your turn. What are you doing?
Laughing at my teammates for not listening. I'm gonna walk up to the guy who just revealed himself closest.
Alright, so right here. So that
Yep.
would be 10 feet
And
of
attack.
movement.
Yep, I will attack him.
Alright, so make it to your primary and secondary attacks. That definitely hits. Roll the yep. That does not hit. Roll for damage on the first one. Alright. You slap him at the knees, dealing 2 points of damage. What do you do on your turn?
That is all I believe I can do. Yeah.
Zeph, it is your turn, my friend. What are you doing up there all alone?
Can I hear from where I am that like they've engaged other people other than the orc that was there when I left?
You would be able to discern that, after hearing Golan go down the first time, that it's a recognizable body thump. As
So no fighting is still happening.
Yes, there's fighting that's still happening down there. Yes.
Okay, then I will head back down the stairs.
All right, so you come out to 25 right here. Or
Okay.
rather, yeah, 20. So you have an extra 10, an extra 2 spaces, so you can get to the base of the stairs.
Okay, so I'm gonna come down to here and fire crossbow.
All right.
Bolt. And I do get sneak attack on this because he's engaged.
Indeed, within 5 feet. Roll for your. You see, I put a little sneak attack thing in there for you, so it rolls both of them. Yep. Go ahead and roll your light crossbow. Finish your roll. There we go. All right. You race down the stairs and you see Edgy currently engaged. You lift up your light crossbow without even a glance, and the Kenku gets struck in the chest and he falls down the barrels behind them, dead.
Alright, that's it for me.
Beatrix, it's your turn. Golan going down again and hearing a very familiar gargling sound. What do you do?
I look down and I walk right here and I just say to Golan, I said, you fall down again. I can't bring you back up. And then I cast Healing Word on him as my bonus action.
Alright, go ahead and do the healing word.
6 points of healing. With my action, I am going to ready my crossbow and fire.
Who are you firing at? There's 2 possible targets to hit. Alright, make your attack. That does
11.
not hit. You all watch as Beatrix walks up. You're not hearing any recognizable footsteps for some reason. The mask covering her, and these misty tendrils erupt from beneath her mask, and from under her cloak, a swirl goes over to Garland and embraces him once more, before fading out, and then Garland coughing, and then gaining conscious back once more.
And then I'm just gonna move 15 feet back where I was, or 10 feet back where I was.
Alright. Well, that would be 5, so you can move back here if you wanted to, yeah. And you all watch as Beatrix gets up after doing that, and then from beneath her cloak, a bolt gets released, and then it scatters against the stonework behind the Kinku. You hear behind the tossed over table. Go out like warrior. And he's going to leap over the table, and he's going to skip Gollin and dart directly towards all of you guys. And he's going to stand right here, and he's going to make an attack against you, Abe.
No, no.
I have a question.
What was that?
My Polar Master feat, does that trigger when he gets within 5 feet of me, or is that only... I'm not quite sure how that works. While you're wielding a glaive helmet or...
I'll go ahead and give it a double read real
Okay.
quick while we, yeah, this won't take very long. Yep, you get it for your attack. Alright. That's a 7 to attack. And he misses, doesn't he? You watch as the figure runs up hastily towards you, Abe, and then he makes an attack with his great axe, and then you duck underneath, and it scrapes into the boxes behind you, kicking up and splintering some wood. Tarak, you get an attack of opportunity on this. Roll for your attack. That hits. Roll for your damage. And now, are you making this lethal or non-lethal?
Non-lethal.
All right. Make your damage.
Oh shit.
That's a pretty hefty non-lethal.
That's a max roll.
Nice hit.
You guys watch as Tarak kind of lazily, he walks up with his quarterstaff walking stick, and the orc is like, huh? Are you a traitor? And as he goes to speak, Tarak claps him with his palm into his mouth, and the orc goes, "Rah!" and grips his jaw. And then Tarak grabs the orcs by his ponytail, and then brings him down on the quarterstaff, slamming into his face, knocking him unconscious.
Well done. Although we should see the Golland though.
He put his ass out into the wind. That's his fault. He is going to go to the
Oh, no, it's not your turn.
closest.
It's not your
Okay.
turn. I'm just saying
Sorry.
Golan. Yeah, no. You, my
Oh,
friend,
like in that way.
yes, in that way. You are just unlucky as you get up. You take 8 points of piercing damage.
Well, technically, they're all at disadvantage because I'm still pro.
Oh, you're right. That's a 12 to hit, and that would miss, wouldn't it? Lucky you. As you're sitting there laying prone on the ground for being unconscious, he looses his arrow. The arrow right next to your face. And you look up at him, and looks at you. Rock, it's your turn.
I'm gonna move across and get right up on that Kenku that's across from me.
Ping where that is exactly. Oh, right across from you, as in like right over here?
Yeah, yep.
Alright, go ahead and move. You have 30 feet to move to get yourself to him. Alright, what are you gonna do?
I'll take an attack and I'll use the Polar Master for the bonus attack as well. I'll try to knock him unconscious.
Alright, so that's gonna be a D8 followed by... Oh, are you using 2 hands with it and then using the other attack at the end of it?
Yep.
Alright, cool. So go ahead and click the 2 hand for the 1d8. And then give me 1 moment. Alright, and you should see the extra Polar Master thing now. But that's for the future. So go ahead and roll for damage because that hits. And then roll the extra 1d4 at the end. Alright. In one blow, you watch as Tarak runs up and he spins his staff in his hands and then whack, whack. 2 quick strikes. And the birded creature falls unconscious. Golland, with this arrow landing right next to your face, you can even see the crevices in the wood on this bad boy. And you make note of the quiver. What do you do?
Oh, which direction was that one shot from?
It was shot from this direction.
Okay, Gallon's gonna head that way. Get up with 5 feet of movement and move over.
Yeah, so you can get right here with 15 feet.
Okay, that's where he's gonna go. And with his swords, I'm gonna do... Do I drop my swords when I go unconscious?
Yeah, they do. So
Okay, so he just picks up one.
Yeah, and then you'd run over.
And he's gonna make an attack.
Yeah, so you have with your longsword. Two-handed, I assume? Oh.
One, just one.
Go ahead and make that hits. Go ahead and roll your damage. Alright, you walk up to him. And, you know, for the first time on the job, you know, you're getting worked up, you're getting angry, right? If Beatrix wasn't there, that would have been it when you first walked in. You walk up with anger in your eyes. He launches a short bow shot, and you deflect it as you run towards him in a pure anger, and you go and you slash him across the chest. He gets knocked back against the wall behind him, looking a bit concerned. Abe, it's your turn. What do you do?
All right. Well, so the Kenku by Tarek, he's unconscious, right?
Yes. Tarok just knocked him out in a turn.
All right, great. I'm gonna move up. And I'm gonna move a bit
Alright.
further. And who's that I see in the corner?
That is the Kinku that you shot and still has an arrow lodged in his shoulder.
Well, let's murder face that one, shall we?
Alright, roll your attack. That most definitely hits. Roll your damage. That you,
All max damage today, man.
as as he is getting up and he breaks off a piece of the arrow, you loose another one, and as he does so, it penetrates the skull, and then it causes his head to cock back and his mouth to open up, and then blood to spittle out as he crumples and falls to the ground dead.
Alright, teach you to survive the first one.
All right, and what do you do for the rest of your turn?
Do you know how much movement I have left? I forgot to record how much that was
You
out
have
of it.
another 15 feet.
And is that Kenku by IG? Is he still alive?
No, IG took him out. Oh, more specifically, Zeph took him out, and IG assisted.
Okay, can I move behind those barrels?
Yeah. Wait. You'd be able to. It'd be difficult terrain, so you'd be able to get on the barrels.
All right, I'll get on the barrels.
All right. You take a vantage point. Eji, it's your turn. What do you do? Seeing your Kinku brethren dying, it doesn't really phase you.
Yeah. They started it.
You
Can
saw
I-
Golland. You saw Golland, by the way, get up in just pure rage, only picking up one of his two swords and running in a direction. And you heard a "Ah!" as a sword shimmered through the air, and some blood spattered on some wood, the wood flooring, and the boxes around you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I do a perception check to see? Because I can't even see him, but I wanted to.
You have an
See if I
idea
can become a-
that there's someone there, but you could walk up and see for yourself.
I was just wondering if there's more people.
You wouldn't know that.
That's the perception check. Alright. So yeah, I guess I'll go help Gollum then.
Alright. You run up. Right here. You see the Kenku, he's bleeding out. You see Gollin gripping his blade, his hair tossed in front of his face. Blood kind of matted the hair on the left side. He's very pissed off.
Alright, well I will attack the Kinku that he is fighting.
Alright, make your attack. That just hits. The first one hits.
Second one never does.
Alright, Goblin, you watch as Eji runs over. He does a cartwheel flip over the box, landing right in front of the Kinku. And then you hear a sound of like a wet bat hitting some meat. And then the concaved skull of the Kinku's body falls over in front of him. And he looks at you. What do you say, Eji?
I got nothing to say.
Eji just kind of, he mimics maniacal laughter. And it's unnatural. It's the laughter of like 10 or 20 people combined.
She's just gonna give a confused nod.
Alright. That ends that. Calm. Find you guys once more.
Are we out of
What was that?
Are we out of initiative?
Indeed you are.
I want to manacle the orc, who's unconscious, I think.
He is indeed unconscious.
And I want to
number on.
pick through the bodies for anything valuable.
Alright.
I want to watch what he's doing to the orc guy.
Zeph is gonna go upstairs and do a thorough search.
Alright. Zeph, you go upstairs. There you go. You can freely move around up there. Make any perception checks as you decide you want to make them.
I'd like to check the lowest end of the building to see what else is behind these crates and stuff.
All right, Trock, you go behind here, and you crack a crate open, and you find that all these crates are full of armor and weapons.
I'll walk back out and I'll tell the rest of the party. Looks like they're dealing in arms and munitions.
Isn't there one unconscious Kenku?
Yeah, he's right here. I'm gonna put an X over the other one that's actually dead. There you go.
What do we do about him? I mean, I can manacle him too. Actually, I will. I'll manacle him too, and I'll drag him over next to the stairs if I can.
There you go. All right. Zeph's multiple perception checks. Zeph, up here, you heard the sound of something skittering about.
Okay. I also did one down here and in this room over here.
You find nothing of note. You see a balcony. And then in the long room, it's just basic supplies and stuff like that that's up there.
Okay.
For the
So
most
something
part.
skittering. This is a door here.
Yes, and you hear the sound of a rat.
Okay. A rat? Just
Indeed,
something
a rat.
small?
Yeah, just a rat.
I'll just open.
All right, you walk in.
Okay. And there's a rat there, and I'll throw a dagger at it.
All right, go ahead and roll for your attack on the rat. That definitely hits the rat. Go and roll damage. All right, he's dead. You killed the rat.
Okay. And then I'm going to go listen at these other two doors.
You hear the same skittering noises as before. You hear the
There's my
same
good roll.
skittering noises, and then you hear like the sound of something shaking, like in a box.
Okay. I will go back to the stairs and shout down. There's some doors up here, and something's behind him. Might be rats, but could be some.
I will walk upstairs.
I'll follow.
I will follow as well.
You guys hear some banging as you walk towards the stairs. Tarak, you went upstairs. Golland, Beatrix, you guys are upstairs. Edgy,
I'm downstairs still.
yeah, so you heard some banging noises coming from over here.
After I check the bodies, I would go to investigate the banging noise.
Alright, that brings you over here. By the way, I'm gonna send you what you found on the body.
I also open the door to see what's behind, whatever is making that banging noise.
Alright, do you walk in?
Yes.
The form of a man. As you see, he has a short sword pointed out to you. Who are you?
Oh, I'm Beatrix. I'm just gonna say this. You kind of look like the gentleman I'm looking for. Is your name Floon?
No, that's my best friend. Where is he? Is he
Oh.
okay?
I don't know. We came down here looking. How did you end up here?
Well, we are both walking out of the skewer dragon and we were ambushed. and we were both taken, and then we were taken here. And then
Oh,
some men came through, and I managed to get away in the chaos, but Flume was taken immediately. It's where they are now. I don't know where. We were
pardon me asking.
Go ahead.
Um, I am looking for Flume, but what is your name?
I'm Rainier, November.
Never Ember.
Indeed, they probably think that my father, they think that he embezzled a large sum of gold while he was the open lord and hit the dragon somewhere in the city. They think they can find it by using an artifact called the Stone of Golor, which, until recently,
Oh,
the Xanathos Guild had. Recently, at least. Apparently, someone stole
um,
it. The Zens thought that I might know something about it because of my father, but I don't. I haven't spoken to my father in years. And
well,
go ahead.
as we're going before you continue that, I have some compatriots with me that'll probably like to hear this information. But I bet you probably want to get out of this closet.
That'd be preferable. Yes, thank you.
Um, just mind the dead bodies on the way out.
Oh, you all did quite a number on these ones here. It doesn't look very pretty. Is that an orc? Huh.
Yes. So on a side note, when I was checking the bodies, I also retrieved my bolts that I shot out.
All right. Awesome. I'm guessing after her saying that, everyone does the same.
Yeah. Is it you recover half, basically?
Depends on how clean the shots were. For me personally, I judge based on the amount you rolled over their AC, and every single attack you did on them was pretty high. So, your crossbow bolts would have been coverable. All of them would have been, for the most part.
I think I had one nat one, so I won't recover that.
Yeah, one that you missed, and then it scattered across the ground, not the ground, the stone walls.
Um, as we're waiting for my friends, because I believe they're exploring the upper floor, would you like to sit down or anything like that? Would you like to pull up a chair?
No, I'm fine. And you notice that he's kind of shaking a little bit. Adrenaline is still pumping in his system. The events that will happen here, and you guys arriving seem to be pretty fast, um, for the most part. Yeah, Zeph, you stealth. Um,
I'm gonna crack these doors open.
all right, you do just that. You see more rats.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk by them if they don't notice me.
Nope, they don't care. And in this room in particular, there's a box in the corner that is shaking and vibrating in place.
This room I'm in now.
Yes.
Okay, I'll go over to the box and take a look.
Did I catch up to him yet?
Indeed you do. To walk
I,
into
I,
the room,
I just ready a dart.
you saw a mutilated rat corpse on the way here. You see and find a couple of unused. Well, do you go to the box?
Yeah, I'm opening the box.
You see some origami paper birds, kind of like vibrating about in place, and then as you open the box, they stop vibrating.
Okay, I'll pick it up.
All right, that'll be in your journal. You found. Yes, so Beatrix, roll a perception check. You found. Let's see how many you found right now. You have 5 paper birds.
Is
I
that
will,
for Zeph or for Beatrix?
That is for you.
before I roll the perception check, I'm going to cast guidance on myself.
All right, go ahead and do that. Roll your perception check and then do your guidance.
13.
All right, you notice the same thing everyone else did for the most part. Nothing really particularly catches your eye. And at this moment, when you're looking around, you do hear the faint sound of a couple dozen or so footsteps, heavy footsteps. Armin, and you all hear this.
Can I look out a window on the second floor?
Yes, you can. And what you see are a metric fuck ton of guards. And they have actually just ran around the corner of the building.
And I think they're coming this way, to this building.
Indeed. Well, they're already around the building right now.
Is this anything here, like a door?
That is indeed a door.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and open that, sort of frantically searching the upstairs. That's a window in the corner.
Yeah, there's just rats. And that's all you see.
Okay.
When,
I say to Tarek, if there's guards coming, we should get Gallon.
Yeah, he'd be the one to talk us out of this.
I think Gallant is going to be the one who talks out of it.
That's what I'm saying. That we need to let him know so he can head them off.
Alright, Zeph, you walk downstairs. Boom. Boom, you end up right here. Boom.
when I was searching the bodies, when we were coming across the orcs and the Kenku, would I have found anything that might identify which group they worked for, or if they worked for any faction?
As you search the bodies, the orcs had brandings on them with the mark of the Xanathar's Guild. And the Kinkus were wearing cloaks with eye markings on them. Golland, you hear footsteps happening in the front, and do you walk around?
Yes, I think he would do that. Hand
Alright.
on one of his blades, though they are in their scabbard.
Alright, you walk around, and that's what you see.
Gonna play it off cool a little bit. Well, it's
I
about
see,
goddamn time.
I see you've made quite a work of yourself here. I am, call me Sergeant Staggett, please. I see you are in my jurisdiction here. What has happened today? Platinum Guard.
Oh, Sergeant, we're hired to find a man.
As you talk,
we
he walks his way through. You keep talking, by the way, but he's
I keep pace, knowing the kind of role that he would be under.
all right. You do that.
Well, you see, Sergeant, we are investigating the disappearance of a specific individual who we are searching for. In our travels, we heard a bit of a commotion, decided that we'd take it upon ourselves to investigate, me being part of the Platinum Guard. And we're set upon by individuals from, well, I'm sure you can identify the markings, as he points to the orcs and the Kenku.
I sure do. Well, you're part of the Platinum Guard. Doesn't excuse what you did here. You just stepped on our toes a little bit, didn't you? After all, gotta respect the watch. As for the rest of you, and he looks at all of you, good to find out if you all are arrested. Next week.
I don't know if you want to arrest me. I just found Neverember here.
He looks at you. Looks at the dead corpses. Doesn't say a word. We'll pick it up next week, guys. As we actually forgot about the time and went over by 20 minutes.
Well, thanks for the session, DM. Appreciate it.
what do you guys think? I'll post after this a review the DM type posting in the topics in the game page where you guys can kind of go through and uh, write up and answer the questions basically. Just be honest all of it.
Cool. Yeah.
So how'd you guys like your first session? Did it go well?
It feels
Well-
great to play.
Well, Galland isn't dead, so yeah.
I thought that went very well. I liked everyone. I thought everyone did a great job with their characters.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun as well.
Awesome. Now, what about me in particular? Is there anything you have of note? Everything went smooth? Any compliments you have them?
I thought it was very smooth. I liked the voices and the structuring of like making sure to hit the beats of the different parts of the party when they were separate.
Yeah, and I'm really enjoying the pacing where it doesn't feel like it's dragging.
Yeah, I like that too. I like when there's an empty beat, like the DM kind of like steps in and moves it forward.
And making sure that while things are going on, you're monitoring the background by going back and forth between instances. That's magnificent.
Thank you. Yeah, you guys can write more in-depth things about what you think in the topic page that we listed after the in the game page for the Sunday late night heist night. And yeah, if you want to stick around for about like an extra 10 more minutes, I'll be in here doing some stuff, ask me questions or whatever.
If you can help out with my roles next week, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'll sacrifice 3 goats for you next week. Make sure your rolls are.
I wanted to mention I didn't get a chance to RP it, but Abe thinks that Galland reminds him very much of his Free Phoenix.
Yeah, that could have been something that well, actually no, you could just save that for next week, man, and just tell him yourself. Basically.
All right.
Hey, Abe,
Well-
I'm not sure if you're using push to talk, but you sort of cut off the last word of every sentence.
Who, me?
I am using push to talk, and I think there's something wrong with the button I'm using, so I'm gonna use a different.
Yeah, so what you can do is actually you can set up how much time it takes for the key to cut off the sound from when you release the push to talk release delay in the settings.
Oh.
Yeah, so
I
you
think
can go
I
and
will.
turn that way down, so that way as soon as you release the button, it stops transmitting sound and doesn't do it earlier or later.
So I went ahead and set it to 1 second.
All right, awesome.
I do have one quick question. Do you use, are you awarding experience or are we doing milestones? I'm just curious.
We are doing milestones, my friends, but
Okay.
I'm not the kind of DM that's gonna make you climb over Mount Everest to get your level. You know, like as long as you're keeping on point, you're doing things and reaching objectives, you will get there eventually and with due time.
Yeah, no problem.
I
actually
don't-
enjoy milestone
yeah.
more. It's hard. It sucks tracking experience.
Oh yeah, it does. It definitely does. And having to add it all together, you're like, oh, no one wants to do algebra after every D&D.
Just
All right.
please don't do what I've had other DMs do, and you're on your 8th random encounter and not getting experience, and you're just like, ugh.
Oh nah, man. You know, like I said at the very beginning, like when I do things, it makes sense. For instance, when you were when you were unconscious, and you know you would have fallen to the ground, you reminded me, oh, I'll be on the ground. I'm like, oh, okay. Then he disadvantaged the attack because it makes sense. I'm all about things making sense. So, like for instance, with this encounter in particular, you guys kind of raised the difficulty a little bit. Well, if the orcs weren't so goddamn strong, it would have been a bit more of a harrowing encounter, for the most part. But because you guys with the way you did at the skewer dragon, you added on 4 extra bodies into the mix. which changed the way how the orcs handled their business.
Sweet.
Also, everyone moving very slowly while Gallon just, took his lumps.
I love Gallon
Hey.
running in. Like,
No,
just,
I
I'm a
like
paladin,
that.
listen to me.
Time.
Yeah, don't stop that. No, I love it.
I knocked
We're
out.
go-
I get knocked out. Like you just run right back in. I'm like, oh god, no.
Some of the Street Star people are going to have to teach you a couple lessons about surviving in Waterdeep.
First person to death ward.
I think Gollin just lacks a bit of street smarts. He's like, okay, remember the trading, let's go. Falls to
Yeah.
the ground again.
You
Told you to
walked
be
into the-
careful. Walk up. Eat bolts, both of you.
This will be a learning experience for him, 100%.
We walked into that skewered dragon. You pulled out your platinum badge. I was like, oh god.
Yeah, like I said, big learning experience for him this.
Zeph is going to challenge EG to some rooftop races because, man, I'm jealous.
Yeah, man, Easy. He's pretty fast. He's pretty fast, nimble, and he can do some stuff.
Well, as long as we don't all get arrested in the next session, we'll be able to try that out.
Listen, I'm on the second floor.
Yeah,
Safe
I'm gonna
and
keep
sound.
close to like everybody else. I mean, like I didn't do anything wrong technically.
They don't know that though. They came in and there's just a bunch of dead bodies and all of you.
Like, we have an officer of the Platinum Guard, so like we're good, right? As long as he sanctions our actions, we can get away with anything.
No, I think he's good. I think we're screwed.
I'm deputized.
Well, yeah. Just as Abe said, Gollum would be fine in this instance, but you guys would definitely be under some questioning. As you're not Platinum Guards, but he is, so his actions are definitely sanctioned. Although, he was the first one to go down as soon as you walked in.
Yeah, and
Pretty sure-
I was the one constantly bringing him back up, so it's like I was just healing him, doing my job as a good cleric.
you
He
did too
missed
good
most
a
of the
job.
fight too. So really, like, for all he knows, those other guys killed everyone.
Yeah.
We just
I didn't kill
Well-
anyone.
One was dead.
All those Kenkus were dead when we got here.
Gollin was just kind of like, I'll reveal the position, just watch. And he just runs out, falls to the ground, they're over there. As he just lays on the ground bleeding out. Wonderful.
Alright,